Right, our quadratic function f of x, we've got ax squared minus x plus 5. So looking at this function, a I don't know, my b value is -1, my c value is 5. I also know that f of 2 is -5. This means my function goes through the point 2, -5. So when the x value is 2, the y value is 5. So I can use this. I'm going to plug in into my equation. So f of 2 is going to be a times 2 squared minus 2 plus 5. And I know that's going to equal -5 because that's what they've told me. So 2 squared is 4, so I get 4a minus 2 plus 5 equals -5. 4a plus 3 equals -5. Subtract the 3 to the other side, I get 4a equals -8. Divide both sides by 4, and I get a is -2. All right, so now I know my a value is -2. Find the equation of the axis of symmetry. Well, I know the axis of symmetry has the equation x equals -b over 2a. So -1 over 2 times -2. The equation of the axis of symmetry is going to be x equals 1/4. Notice my equation has to have the x, has to have the equal sign. It's an equation. All right, write down the range of this quadratic function. Well, I'm going to graph it. And I've got -2x squared minus x plus 5 was my equation. Let's get rid of all this other stuff. Whoops. All right, and we had plus 5. Look at the graph. So I want the range. I want the y values that are going to be included. I know it's going to point down. And here we go, pointing down. I also know my axis of symmetry was at x equals 1/4. And knowing that my axis of symmetry is x equals 1/4, I can go ahead and find my value when x equals 1/4. I feel like x is supposed to be -1/4 though. -b over 2a, that would be positive. 4, that's going to be -8, a is -2. Yeah, okay. -b over 2a. Negative is positive. Divide by negative is negative. Oh, I made a negative error. But looking at my graph, I could tell that didn't make sense because my axis of symmetry needs to be over here. So x equals -1/4. Now I can find my maximum. Remember, I also could have used my values to find the maximum, but I can see my maximum is at 5.125, so my range is all the y values less than that. So y is less than or equal to 5.125, and that's exact. So I'm not going to round to 3 significant figures here because it was an exact number.